What if I told you there's a celestial object hurtling through our solar system right now? An object so massive and so fast that some people are claiming it's on a collision course with Mars. You've probably seen the headlines. Mars on track for catastrophic impact. Alien probe approaching red planet. It sounds like the plot of a blockbuster movie, doesn't it? A rogue visitor from the stars, a planet-killing impact. It's the kind of story that sends a chill down your spine and makes you wonder, is this real? Well, let's be real for a moment. The reality of this object is far more fascinating and far more complex than a sensational headline can capture. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on Comet 3I Atlas and get to the truth, the science, the facts, and the mind-blowing reality of what's really happening. So let's start with the star of our show, Comet 3I Atlas. Now, if you're thinking, oh, another comet, you'd be wrong. This isn't just any comet, this is an interstellar comet. See that I in its name? It stands for interstellar. That means it didn't form in our solar system. It didn't come from the Kuiper belt or the Oort cloud. It's a true wanderer, a visitor from another star system, from a galaxy far, far away. Think about that for a second. This comet has been drifting through the cold, dark vacuum between stars for potentially billions of years. It's older than our Sun, older than Earth. It was born in the stellar neighborhood of a different star and was then, somehow, ejected into interstellar space. For countless millennia, it's been on a solitary journey until it just happened to wander into our cosmic backyard. And its speed is just ridiculous. It's traveling at over 130,000 miles per hour. That's 100 times faster than a speeding bullet. It's moving so fast that our sun's gravity can't capture it. It's just going to swing by and keep on going, never to return. Now, how did we even find it? It was discovered on July 1st, 2025, by the Atlas Survey Telescope. That's the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System in Chile. And almost immediately, astronomers knew this was something special. So, we have a massive, ancient, and incredibly fast object from another star system. That alone is enough to get any space enthusiast excited, right? But it's also a perfect breeding ground for misinformation. Okay, so where does the Mars collision rumor come from? This is where the story gets twisted. The scientific fact is that the comet's trajectory does take it relatively close to Mars. Its closest approach to Mars is projected to happen on October 3rd, 2025. That's a fact. Now here's the fiction. What does relatively close mean on a cosmic scale? Well, it means the comet will pass about 18 million miles away from Mars. 18 million miles. To put that into perspective, that's roughly 75 times the distance between the Earth and the Moon. It's also an order of magnitude farther away than the distance between Earth and Mars when they are at their closest. So, is 18 million miles a close encounter? From a scientific standpoint, yes. It's an incredible opportunity for observation. From a "it's going to hit us" standpoint, absolutely not. There is no risk of a collision. Scientists have its trajectory pinned down with incredible precision. They know where it is, where it's going, and that it's going to miss Mars by a lot. So why would anyone suggest a collision is imminent? Well, this is where a famous and controversial Harvard professor, Dr. Avi Loeb, enters the narrative. Now, Professor Avi Loeb is a brilliant and well-respected theoretical physicist, but he's also known for his, let's say, unconventional ideas about interstellar objects. You may remember him from the Oumuamua story, where he suggested it could have been an alien light sail. He's a proponent of the idea that we should be looking for signs of alien technology out there, and he uses interstellar objects as a case study. In the case of 3I Atlas, he's theorized that its unusual properties, its high speed, its trajectory, the way it began outgassing farther from the sun than most comets, could indicate that it's an artificial object. He even mentioned the possibility of a dark forest scenario, where an alien civilization might send a destructive probe to eliminate potential threats. Now, it's critical to understand that this was a hypothetical exercise. He wrote a paper exploring the possibility, not stating a certainty. But of course, the media and the public ran with it. Harvard professor says alien probe approaching Mars. The nuance was completely lost. The vast majority of the scientific community disagrees. They've looked at 3-eye atlas with every telescope at their disposal, from the Hubble Space Telescope to the brand new JWST. And what did they find? A comet. It has a coma, it's outgassing, it's doing exactly what a comet should do. Its unusual properties, while interesting, are perfectly explainable by natural phenomena. For example, the fact that it outgassed so far out might be because it's rich in highly volatile carbon dioxide ice, which sublimes at a lower temperature than water ice. So no, it's not an alien death probe, it's just a regular, run-of-the-mill, utterly fascinating in its own right space rock. So if there's no collision, why are scientists so excited? Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Think about it. This is our first chance to study a pristine object from another star system in situ. We can analyze its composition. We can see what other solar systems are made of. Does it have different kinds of ice? Are there unusual elements? What kind of rocks make up its core? These are all questions we can finally begin to answer. And the Mars flyby is a key part of that. We have an entire fleet of spacecraft at Mars. We have rovers on the surface, like Curiosity and Perseverance. We have orbiters like the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter and the Mars Express. This is an unparalleled opportunity to observe an interstellar object from a completely different vantage point. Scientists are already planning to use the HiRISE camera on the MRO to snap high-resolution images of the comet. Imagine that, a picture of a comet from a distant star, taken by a camera orbiting another planet in our solar system. The data we could get is invaluable. The real story isn't about destruction. It's about discovery. It's about learning what's out there, in the vastness of interstellar space. But what if? I know we've established that a collision is not going to happen, but let's just indulge our imaginations for a moment. What would happen if a comet like 3-eye Atlas, with an estimated size of up to 3.5 miles, 5.6 kilometers, across, actually hit Mars? This is where the science fiction becomes a fascinating scientific thought experiment. First, the impact itself. This wouldn't be like a small meteorite. This would be an extinction-level event. The comet would strike the Martian surface at its cruising velocity, and the energy released would be unimaginable. We're talking about an impact that would release as much energy as all the nuclear weapons on Earth detonating simultaneously, but thousands of times over. The immediate aftermath would be catastrophic. The comet would vaporize instantly, leaving a crater hundreds of miles in diameter. The shockwave would travel around the planet, triggering Marsquakes that would dwarf anything we've ever measured. A massive plume of dust, water vapor, and rock would be ejected into the Martian atmosphere, blocking out the sun and turning the sky dark red. But the long-term effects would be even more profound. All of our rovers, Curiosity, Perseverance, the new ones, would be instantly incinerated. The orbiters? They'd be at risk from a rapidly expanding cloud of debris and would have to perform evasive maneuvers. But for Mars itself, the planet would be forever changed. The water ice at the poles would vaporize. The immense heat would turn the permafrost into a superheated slush. The atmospheric pressure would increase, and the massive dust storms that already blanket the planet would become permanent. We would lose our opportunity for any short-term colonization, and the impact itself would be visible from Earth. A bright flare in the sky, a sobering reminder of the violence of the cosmos. This hypothetical scenario, while terrifying, actually helps us understand just how fragile and dynamic planets can be. It's a powerful reminder of why we track these objects so carefully. So why do these stories go viral? Why do we, as a species, seem to crave the apocalypse? I think it's simple. These stories tap into a primal fear. The fear of the unknown, the fear of an unstoppable force from space. The idea of a rogue comet, an alien probe. It's a simple, easy-to-understand narrative. It's a classic man versus nature struggle. And in this case, nature is incomprehensibly large. The scientific reality, on the other hand, is a bit more boring. It's about precision tracking, complex orbital mechanics, and observations through powerful telescopes. It's not a narrative with a clear hero or villain, but it is the truth. The truth is that our solar system is not on the verge of being destroyed. It's on the verge of a historic scientific discovery. As 3i Atlas continues its journey through our cosmic neighborhood, it will pass our planet on December 19th, 2025, at a safe distance of nearly 170 million miles. And then it will be gone. A ghost from another galaxy, a traveler on its way to a new destination, never to be seen again. If you found this video fascinating, please give it a thumbs up and let us know what you think in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the wonders of the universe. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep looking up.